Adam Smith was social philosopher and political economist. Born on 16 June 1723 in Kirkcaldy in the county of Fife, Scotland. At the age of 14, he went to study at University of Glasgow and in 1740 went to Oxford. He laid the foundation of classical free market economic theory. The wealth of nations was a precursor to modern academic discipline of economics. In this and other work, he developed the concept of division of labor and expounded upon how rational self-interest and competition can lead to economic prosperity. He is best known for two classic works, The Theory of Moral Sentiments and An Inquiry into Nature and Cause of the Wealth of Nations. In 1759, he published his first work called Theory of Moral Sentiments. In the work, Smith critically examined the moral thinking of his time and suggests that conscience arises from dynamic and interactive social relationships through which people seek mutual sympathy of sentiment. His goal was to explain the source of mankind's ability to form moral judgment, given that people begin life with no moral sentiment at all. And in 1776, he published another masterpiece, An Inquiry into the Nature and Cause of the Wealth of Nations, where he stated about the benefit of an invisible hand. It shows Smith's belief that when an individual pursues his self-interest under the condition of justice, he unintentionally promotes the good of society. Self-interest competition in the free market, he argued, would tend to benefit society as a whole by keeping prices low, while still building in an incentive for a wide variety of goods and services. Nevertheless, he was wary of businessmen and warned of their conspiracy against the public or in some other contrivance to raise price. Smith also proposed that a nation's wealth should be judged not by store of gold and silver, but by the total of its production and commerce, today known as gross domestic product. He died in the northern wing of Panmure House in Edinburgh on 17 July 1790 at the age of 67.
Marx was born in a middle-class Jewish family in Germany in 1818 and graduated from Jena University with a doctorate in philosophy in 1841. After graduating, he celebrated himself as a writer and an editor. In 1883, Marx lived in the period of post-war capitalism because of the trading and industrial revolution. In other words, capitalists would control and monopolize the production in the economy, including being one factor of production in all. On the contrary, labor constant of capitalists, according to this attitude, it became passed him forward of offer his view about the social revolution to a much better life in working class. Marx's political philosophy, or we can call Marxism, is analyzing the history of mankind by meditation, the social relationship, and the power of economic. With dialectical mentalism, which influenced by Hegel, it can be said the Marxism is both political philosophy, economic philosophy, and strategy in social revolution.
Capitalism. Marx also wrote the book with some important message about being capitalism is like any economic system in critical theory that someone must be beneficiary and someone may lose his advantage. Beneficiary from capitalist is capitalist being owner factor of production and a labor who work for pay from capitalist lose his advantage. which Marx gave two principles. Number 1. Labor theory of value. The author factor escape. Labor cannot make the economic value, and the labor is also the base of the price of production. Number 2. Surplus value is about the profit that the capitalist take a labor at a disadvantage. Marx called the value which the capitalist didn't pay for a labor as surplus value. Marx said that labor will finally join force to get rid of capitalism and capitalism, which the source of all hardship and labor, will systematic social system as a socialism. The government will be owner factor of production. Labor will work for the government and they will get the performance-based pay. Marx called it permanent revolution, and it will produce a line to communism. In capitalism, Marx commented that the human in capitalism don't want to listen, think or save. They just want to be owner of their ownership over matter. Finally, the things that humans want to be owner turn out to be influence over their living and conduce to the factor that dumb oneself down. The human in capitalism will become extinct from work made by humans, and the value of things will be more valuable than value of human. Finally, the human will be disworth for its author because of competition and their conflict.
An economic theory of total spending in the economy and its effect on output and inflation. Keynesian economics was developed by the British economist John Maynard Keynes during the 1930s in an attempt to understand the Great Depression. Keynes advocated increased government expenditure and lower tax to stimulate demand and pull the global economy out of the depression. Subsequently, the term Keynesian economics was used to refer to the concept that optimal economic performance could be achieved and economic slump prevented by the enforcing aggregate demand through activist stabilization and economic intervention policy by the government. Keynesian economics is considered to be a demand-side theory that focuses on change in the economy over the short run. To arrive at this seemingly simple conclusion, however, Keynes developed a highly complex argumentation brimming with new economic terms and concepts of his own division, such as multiplier consumption and saving function, the marginal efficiency of capital, liquidity preference, IS curve, and many others. The essence of Keynes theory, however, involves a shift from classical economic concern with the production of wealth to a concern with the consumption of wealth. According to Keynes, law is not true, that is, supply does not create its own demand. Rather, according to Keynes, supply is capable of outstripping demand, with the result that goods remain unsold and production and employment are correspondingly cut back. As a result, the solution to unemployment according to Keynes is not to reduce wage and price as the classical advocate, but to increase consumption through the spending of money by the government. The question remains, however, as to why Keynes believes that supply does not keep its own demand.
Discussion between Keynesian economics, classical economics, and Marxian economics. Marxian economics have different concepts from classical economics. Marx believes that the economy and society have changed over time due to social conflict or class conflict is human relationship or structure of society based on production relationship. For example, boss and slave, investor and worker, where with boss and investor having an advantage over boss and investor face slave and worker, case conflict and inequality. Classical economics. Adam Smith believes that marketing and rationality of human leads the way change in the economy have benefit decision to another one together and ability of produce in accordance with the demand of human at equilibrium. Keynesian economics focus on macroeconomics and believe in liberalism economy. Keynes believes that if cannot stimulate the economy to generate employment, so the government should help. That is, the government intervention can stabilize the economy. But in classical economics, or Adam Smith believes that the government cannot stabilize the economy.